All everybody's talking about is the coronavirus, right? Coronavirus. Everybody's probably sick of talking about it, but I think there's some important things that need to be said. A little follow-up. It's a crazy time, I know. Here in the new studio, if you've been listening to the podcast at all, you've been hearing me talking about the move in the new studio. And finally, the first video, the opening debut video in the new studio. Here I am. Never thought in a million years that this video was going to be about something like this. I really didn't. I know everybody's talking about it. I know there's a lot that's been said and resaid, and people are getting a little bit tired of it. But I think there's a couple of important things that still need to be said about it. A couple of things you might want to hear. I think people are worried. Why are people so worried about this? Well, it is a fear of the unknown. You don't know what to expect. Is this thing going to last? Are a lot of people going to die? Are we going to have food tomorrow? Or essential services going to be cut? Freaks people out a little bit, especially those of us parents that worry about our kids, right? You want everybody to be safe. You're worried about your health. You're worried about tomorrow. But listen, a lot of the things that we worry about, they haven't happened yet, and they never will. We don't know what's going to happen. Nobody has a crystal ball, including me. I'm not going to sit here and make any predictions. What I want to talk about today is what we need to be doing right now. How do we handle this today? What do we do? I put up a little Facebook post I want to read to you because people seem to like it. I'm here in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Governor of Pennsylvania declared a state of emergency. We're kind of at the epicenter of this thing. So things got a little freaky real quick. I think it's going to get a little freaky real quick in other places too. We get to be on the front end of that, whether that's a good thing or not. But here's what I wrote. To my friends and family in Montgomery County, please follow the governor's instructions. Whether you love the governor or hate him, the time for finger pointing and arguing is not now. Everybody at every level is doing the best they can under the circumstances. No need to be scared, just be smart. These plans have been well thought out by professionals who have devoted careers to dealing with these situations. There's no conspiracy, there's no government takeover. Most of the actions you see will be carried out by public servants who live and work in our community. As you can see already, these times can bring out the worst in people, but they also bring out the best in people. You're going to have to decide which side of that you're going to be on. As you make the decision, choose carefully because your actions might impact the lives of many others. Stay aware of what's going on, make reasonable contingency plans in case things get worse, and everything will be okay. Our biggest enemy is fear and chaos. Stay mindful, but don't panic. If you're able, do what you can to help others. That's my broad, sweeping advice. Follow the instructions. Just follow the information that's being put out there. We don't need to blame Trump. We don't need to blame the governor. It doesn't even help to blame China right now. We don't need to blame. There's no point in that. It's not going to accomplish anything. Anger, hostility, all it does is serve to create confusion and chaos, probably compromise your immune system on some level. No need to do any of that. Like anything, do the best you can. What are some of the practical things you can do? Well, I'm going to tell you how my family and I were preparing for it. The first thing, and the first piece of advice that's been put out there, wash your doggone hands. Scrub them like a surgeon every time you do something. I brought in the mail. I read the mail. I don't know who's been touching the mail. I don't know where it came from. I took the mail. I read it. Next thing I did, wash my hands. You go to visit somebody or you see somebody, you have to go somewhere. What's the first thing you want to do? Go wash your hands before you touch anything. First and last thing you do. Before you go to bed, wash your hands. Wash. How hard is that? Very simple. We're doing it. Getting my daughter to do it. Everybody, hey, wash your hands. Yeah, we're limiting our travel. We're not going anywhere that we don't have to. Just for the next couple of weeks. No big deal. As a matter of fact, it's going to be kind of nice to be home for a little bit of quiet time. Hopefully you got a couple of good books that you can catch up on. Do a little reading. It'll be good for you. You don't have to waste the time. I don't want to hear anybody saying that they're bored. You got work to do around the house. You've got reading to do. Expand your mind, expand your mental capacity. Do a little workout. Take your multivitamins. Try to keep yourself as healthy as you can. These are the basic things that you need to be doing. Yeah, we stocked up a little bit. We typically have 30 days or more worth of food in the house. We don't let our cupboard run down to nothing. You should always be prepared for a little something. We didn't stock up on 5 years of toilet paper. There's no need for that. There's no need to begin hoarding things. Just make reasonable accommodations in case things get worse. Now, here's the thing. More than likely, things are going to get worse. It's just a matter of degree, all right? You've got to be prepared for that change, emotionally and practically. Prepare yourself that every day as we work through this process, things are going to change a little bit. As long as you're prepared for that and you've got contingency plans, you're going to be fine. We, as a humanity, we've been through this stuff before. Polio and AIDS and Ebola and all these different things have gone around the planet. Somehow we come out of it and we survive. We're okay. All right, that's my advice. Don't let your mind take over. Don't let it make you crazy. Don't live scared. Just be smart about what you do. That's all you have to do. We're going to get through it.
Warning, this podcast includes unapologetic logic and reason and may not be suitable for all audiences. In a world full of nonsense, he's been called the voice of uncommon common sense. He sees the abnormal that many find normal. Author and award-winning speaker, he is Chris